The Nintendo 3DS works in a very different way from before. It offers obviously 3D visuals. The way that that works is we actually have kind of two screens layered together in the top screen. So for anyone who's familiar with Nintendo DS, we obviously have two screens. And those two screens layered together then allow one eye to see one angle, the other eye to see a slightly different angle. And then your brain actually puts those two slightly different viewpoints together and gives you that sense of depth. So very much in the same way that we use our eyes in everyday life, we all see two slightly different images of the world around us, and then the brain puts those back together and gives us that sense of depth. Holding it directly in front of you is the best place for you to view that, and from there you'll see the true level of depth. For anybody who's kind of standing to one side or other, they won't be able to quite see that same level of depth. You might be able to see some of it, but really and truly the sweet spot is directly in front of the unit. 3D is something that we've experimented with over a long period of time, and I guess you can have 3D in various different ways. But now we feel that with Nintendo 3DS, we actually have the first kind of really viable product for the mass market. 3D is probably on everybody's minds right now. We can see 3D in cinemas, you can maybe see 3D on TV. And what we want to do is to bring a handheld console to the market first, to innovate and offer a really truly different experience for anyone. And I think, again, the first time you play it, you'll really be able to see how that adds to the level of gameplay, because no longer do you have to kind of judge those leaps just purely, within a Mario game. You'll be able to naturally kind of feel that because it's how it will feel in the real world. Not only we've got a lot of classic Nintendo titles, but we probably have one of our strongest third-party lineups as well. So again, you'll be able to see kind of examples of things like Metal Gear Solid, Splinter Cell. So really, there'll be a breadth of titles for everyone. So whether you're 5 or 95, there will be a game for you. Right now, I can't really answer that question. I mean, we've obviously seen a demonstration of the 3D cameras, and like you say, it'll probably be the first time that most people will be able to take a picture of their friends or family in 3D. You can then view that on the Nintendo 3DS, but as to how that can be exported, I just can't answer that. Price, we haven't made any kind of announcement at the moment, but for anyone who already knows, the Nintendo DSi is available for around $129.99. The Nintendo DSi XL with the larger screens is around $159.99. So obviously it's going to fit somewhere kind of within that type of architecture. And as to kind of the release date, I know that's probably the big question for everyone out there. All we've said so far is that this product will be available by the end of the financial year. So what that means is by March the 31st, 2011. But beyond that, we can't kind of specify exactly the day.